I want to welcome everyone to Global FX Radio YouTube Market Recap Show. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. October 16th, 2008. 3:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. And what a freaking rally in the carry trade. The stock market. You know, I don't even remember my own broadcast, my yesterday's broadcast. But, I mean, I predicted the stock market, I believe, would crash. Or if it was only down a little bit, would probably come back. And this morning in premium, we nailed it. Nailed it. The stock market would pretty much rally. The fact that the stock market did not collapse on the open, it was not. I thought there was a big possibility that it would. I did. But since it wasn't and it was down, it was the perfect opportunity for a reversal. Obviously, if the stock market was going to crash, it should have been down huge. And it wasn't. And sure enough, what a day. The economic fundamentals are horrible. The U.S. economy continues to collapse. Capacity utilization is heading to under 75%. That is an abominable number. That means dark manufacturing space. The United States has big problems. Industrial production was a disaster also. All the numbers, and now they're all saying it on TV, all the numbers are going to be weaker going forward for the United States and the world. Europe, London, I would say Japan, no. But, boy, that carry trade, what a turnaround. Tuesday, it's Thursday. Triple roll worked to perfection last night. That was beautiful as well. And again, the euro dollar, top of the channel to you. Once we got that shooting star this morning, we were all over it. Didn't quite hit the line, right? Didn't quite hit our spot, but we were all over that. Once we had that shooting star, bye-bye. Now, I think this euro dollar is probably going to rally, 135.50. It breaks through 135.50. Euro dollar's going to 136.90. Easy. Easy. And I think that, again, the stock market turning positive, reversal. Japan's going to be up huge. That means just everything's going to be going up. And I think that when you look at this chart on euro dollar over the last 30 days, if this low could hold, what we have is a major wedge formation forming, in my opinion. If this spot can hold, this euro really might go out the week very strong. So 133.50 is huge, in my opinion. Should this break, we're going to see a retest. We go down to 131. But since the stock market right now, as I speak, is up 233 points, and, you know, it's more the reversal. And you look at the tail, look at the carry trade, the same thing. You know, the same thing. So I think that should that happen, and the stock market close strong, and listen, a half an hour, anything can happen in this stock market. But should that happen, I think the carry trade probably continues to rally. Japan's tertiary index comes out tonight. I think if the yen rallies on that, it's probably a good opportunity to get short the yen. And again, sentiment in the U.S. is going to be horrible. Horrible, but everyone knows that. So I think if the stock market can eke out, it can be positive today, be up over 200, it's going to get a lot of people very excited that we're going to go up big tomorrow. And the futures are probably going to gap up higher. And maybe sell off on the Michigan sentiment, and that'll just be an opportunity to get long the carry trade. The yen and the Dow are trading at like a 95% correlation right now. And there are times when it's a low correlation, and there are times when it's a high correlation. Right now, it's a very high correlation. So we nailed it today, both on the short side and the long side. Sterling yen's going higher. You know, nice pullback right now, 175.11. It's going to go higher into the close should the stock market continue to rally, and it's ripping right now. So euro dollar, I think, is going to probably go to the top of the wedge. Should we break out through 135.50, I think we see a move, a nice, really break higher. Now, you definitely could say this hourly chart on dollar yen, that's a massive shooting star forming, but we still have a half an hour left in this bar. And it needs to break through 101 to have a bearish engulfing bar in order to really get bearish and say, okay, this thing's going to stop going up. Because this doesn't work all the time. Bearish engulfing is the key. And if we don't get this bearish engulfing here, you know, even if it does, I think it pulls back here. But I think this still looks good. It broke this whole downtrend channel line dollar yen. This one first. Now this one is getting broken. And I think that now I'm a long-term bear on dollar yen. But who knows? The stock market's going to rally. And we might get up to 104.50. Why the hell not? 300 pips. Would not be surprised if a stock market followed through tomorrow to see Friday close dollar yen right around the top of that channel line. Let's look at it again. Ooh, is that pretty? Certainly 103, I would imagine, is going to be tested. Look how pretty that 103 is. So should the stock market, right now it's at the highs of the day, I would imagine dollar yen is going to freaking explode tonight. Oh, baby. I'm excited. You know, because it's more catching the waves, you know, the market psychology, you know, the fact that the stock market was gapping down, but again, I thought economic Armageddon, I thought possible disaster, and it didn't. The carry trade was strong overnight. We took our trades. Very happy with our trades. Even sold the bounces on some and made money. And basically, once the stock market was down like that, but only down 200, 300, 400, and then it held bullish. So, catching the waves of the stock market. I'm a little delirious right now. I apologize. I got 4 minutes left. Sterling dollar, again, breaking out to the upside. Should 173.50 get higher, we might break out. We might push all the way higher up in sterling. Hey, they have good numbers that claim account. They have no numbers out tonight. 175.50, easy. Easy. So if dollar yen goes to 104.50 and sterling dollar goes to 175.50, where the hell do you think pound yen's going? Hey, we get a nice pullback from these levels right here, trading 175. We get a pullback down to 174.50, even 173.50. That'll be a nice spot. The stock market and the carry trade are trading lockstep. How about that euro sterling last night? Now remember, if you want to try out my premium service, again, if you want to vouch for what I'm saying right now to be true, come in my premium room. Sign up, globalfxradio.com. 1 week trial. You cancel it. If you try it for a week. You don't like it? Cancel. You won't be billed. And come in and ask my room. We nailed it today. Even though, again, my trade calls from the previous day, I got to start doing multiple broadcasts per day. And if you really want that, email DailyFX and say you really love it if Andrew would do an early morning one, like a 7:30 in the morning. And if enough people want it, I'll do it. But they have to ask me, but I'm not going to go to you. They have to ask me because they're only going to ask me if an overwhelming amount of you want me to do a 7:30 in the morning 10-minute broadcast, and I'll do it. Euro sterling, again, ridiculous rallies. You got to love it. Wedging. Look at this wedge. Another one. I think it's wedging to the downside. I think this whole thing, 77 is busted, and we go down to 70. Listen, you want to look at the long-term chart? Let's take a look at the long-term chart on this pair. This has had a ridiculous rally. Okay, let's talk about 68 a year ago. It's still 78, 77 to 60. The Fibonacci retracement on this one is ridiculous. Say hello to 74. Say hello to 76, at least. I mean, this is the most overvalued currency pair out there. And we'll go into 74 or 76 probably by Tuesday. I love this short. But you got to let it bounce. You got to let it come to you, these bounces like we had today. I mean, look at that bounce. All right, I got to get to the yen pairs, I know. I think if it bounces up to about 178, that's a 78.20, that's our spot, baby. Absolutely. Euro yen. Euro yen, we certainly have a shooting star. Okay, we at top of the channel, busted again. Look at this. Channel line broken out. Channel line broken out. It's pulling back nicely now. As long as this is not breached, as long as 134 is not breached, I think it's going to punch through this 137. I think we buy the pullbacks. And, listen, obviously things can happen. If this gets broken, obviously we're going lower. But again, with the stock market being strong, with the correlation this high, this pullback right now we're getting, I think you got to be long. You got to be long. Sterling yen also, same thing. Looking very good. The stock market's reversing a little bit right now. Dow's only up 171. I got to tell you, though, I think the stock market's going to go out stronger. I mean, I predicted this whole move. We could pull back. Another one with these levels. Sterling yen needs to hold 172. Should it hold 172? I can imagine easy 177. Andrew Spanton, Global FX Radio YouTube. Have a good night. Made it.